This fallen angel is much worse than Satan. Samyaza, a fallen angel, a prominent figure in ancient Jewish texts, particularly the Book of Enoch, which is part of the Apocrypha. He is the leader of the Watchers, a group of fallen angels who descended to earth and took human wives, leading to great sin and corruption among humankind. The Watchers, also known as Grigori, are a group of angels mentioned primarily in the Book of Enoch. According to the text, their original purpose was to watch over and guide humanity, serving as guardians and protectors. However, their story takes a dramatic turn when they rebel against their heavenly duties. The rebellion began with their decision to descend to earth and indulge in earthly pleasures, specifically taking human wives and producing offspring known as Nephilim. Samyaza, as their leader, played a pivotal role in this rebellion. He is depicted as the one who convinced and rallied the other Watchers to join him in this transgression. The Book of Enoch describes a moment where Samyaza expresses concern that they might face severe punishment for their actions. Despite this, he takes the lead, binding the others with an oath to go through with their plan. Their union with human women resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, a race of giants who were renowned for their great strength and wickedness. The presence of the Nephilim and the corrupted teachings of the Watchers led to widespread violence, sin, and chaos on earth. The Watchers also began to teach humans with forbidden knowledge and secrets that destroyed humanity. Azazel, one of the leading Watchers, is specifically noted for teaching humanity about the art of working with metals. He taught men how to make swords, knives, shields, and breastplates. This knowledge of metallurgy and weapon-making led to an increase in violence and warfare as humans began to craft weapons and engage in conflict. Azazel also taught women the art of making and wearing cosmetics, jewelry, and other forms of ornamentation. This knowledge included the use of antimony, a cosmetic powder, and other beautifying techniques. The Watchers introduced various forms of magical practices and divination. This included the knowledge of enchantment, spells, and the practice of sorcery. Such practices were forbidden by God, as they often involved invoking and relying on supernatural powers other than the divine. The Watchers imparted knowledge of the stars, constellations, and the movements of celestial bodies. This included the understanding of astrology, which involves predicting human affairs and natural phenomena based on the positions and movements of stars and planets. The knowledge of weapon-making and metallurgy led to an increase in armed conflicts and violence. With the ability to craft weapons, humans engaged in warfare more frequently, resulting in widespread bloodshed and suffering. Sorcery, divination, and astrology led to spiritual corruption. People began to rely on occult practices and celestial influences instead of seeking God's guidance. This turn to forbidden knowledge distanced humanity from their Creator and led to widespread idolatry and apostasy. Many ancient civilizations, including the Babylonians, Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, are known to have engaged in various forms of occult practices. The knowledge imparted by the Watchers likely influenced these cultures. For instance, astrology was highly developed in Babylon and Egypt, where it played a significant role in religious and daily life. Various mystery religions and cults in the ancient world incorporated elements of the occult into their practices. These groups often held secretive rituals and teachings that promised deeper spiritual insights and powers to their initiates. In many cases, rulers and elites sought out occult knowledge to maintain and enhance their power. The promise of gaining foresight through divination or influencing events through sorcery made these practices attractive to those in positions of authority. Over time, the knowledge of these practices trickled down to the common people. Folk magic, talismans, and various forms of divination became part of the everyday lives of ordinary individuals, especially in times of uncertainty and hardship. In the Book of the Giants, Samyaza's sons are depicted as prominent figures among the Nephilim. The text mentions several of these offspring, with two of the most notable being Oya and Haya. these figures are characterized by their immense size, strength, and their roles in the chaos that engulfed the earth. Oya is one of the primary giants mentioned. He, along with his brother, played a significant role in the events leading up to the Great Flood. Oya is depicted as having troubling dreams and visions about the coming judgment, which he and others seek to understand. His story reflects the broader narrative of the giants' awareness of their impending doom and their inability to escape divine justice. Hahya, also known as Ahya, is another son of Samyaza mentioned in the Book of the Giants. Like his brother, Hahya is portrayed as a formidable giant who grapples with the foreboding knowledge of the giant's fate. His interactions and the dreams he experiences contribute to the narrative of fear and uncertainty among the Nephilim. The prophetic dreams and visions experienced by the giants highlight the certainty of divine judgment. Despite their power and awareness, the Nephilim are unable to escape the consequences of their actions, emphasizing the themes of accountability and divine retribution. God responded to the corruption and violence spread by the Watchers and their offspring by sending archangels to confront them. The archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel played crucial roles in subduing the Watchers and the Nephilim. The archangels, under God's command, bound the Watchers. Samyaza, as the leader, and his followers were cast into a deep abyss, a place of imprisonment where they would be held until the final judgment. To cleanse the earth of the pervasive corruption and violence, God decided to send a cataclysmic flood. The Great Flood was a divine means of purging the earth of the Nephilim and the wickedness that had spread among humanity. Noah, a righteous man, was instructed by God to build an ark to save himself, his family, and pairs of all animals. The floodwaters eradicated the Nephilim and the majority of the corrupted human population, sparing only those within the ark. The Watchers, led by Samyaza, were condemned for their grave sins of mating with human women and teaching humanity forbidden knowledge. Their actions resulted in widespread moral and spiritual corruption. As a result, they were bound and cast into the abyss, where they would remain in darkness and torment until the final judgment. The ongoing influence of the spirits of the Nephilim as malevolent entities serves as a reminder of the spiritual warfare that continues to this day. Believers are called to remain vigilant, steadfast in their faith, and reliant on God's protection against spiritual deception and evil. If this video was valuable to you, I ask you to support me with your subscription so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Thank you for your watching. May God bless you.